And we're back, and my headset's kind of busted and I can't hear things out of my right ear, so hopefully I don't need that ear for anything right now. This is right after we missed the Morning Glory the first time. Well, I guess that's the only time. And, yeah, so this route starts a lot faster than any of the other ones do. So, here we go. She said that, then hung her bag over her shoulder. Wait, the thoughts that I was desperately trying to hold inside started to overflow, and in that moment I tried to keep them in check. Amane was really going to leave. She was going to leave her dreams, her memories, everything behind. I don't want to let her go. My heart trembled with such strong feelings. She puts down her bag and turns towards me.
Aoi-kun?
I walk over to her and take her hand. The music's playing, but nothing happens, don't worry. I press my lips against hers. Amane is surprised, and her whole body tenses up. She looks like she doesn't understand what's happening, and her eyes are open in bewilderment. That was only to begin with. Once she grasped the situation, the tension disappeared from her rigid shoulders. Amane closed her eyes, and then, entrusting herself to me, pressed her lips against mine. Look how fast things start off. Her lips were lush, soft, and delicate, like 5 seconds into the route, and we're already, going in. There was a certain elasticity to them, and they pushed back against my lips. Elasticity, okay, that's an interesting word choice. The feelings of sadness turned to feelings of adoration. I pulled her hand towards mine and pressed my lips more strongly against hers. Amane didn't refuse it, she accepted. The lushness of her lips spread to every corner of my thoughts. This was a pleasant sensation that I had never experienced before. Then we slowly moved our lips away and lingered for a moment, then the warmth of the two of us being so close soon disappeared.
Aoi-kun, こういうことは好きな相手とするんじゃ。
I like you, Amane. Not just as my upperclassman, but as a girl.
Aoi-kun.
I don't want to let you go. Amane looks at me with a troubled look on her face.
それはできないんだ。
I know, that's why I at least wanted to let you know how I feel. Amane was gonna leave. When I thought of that, I couldn't bear it, and before I realized I had kissed her.
わかった。
Amane nodded with a kind smile on her face. Then reluctantly I let go of her hand.
ありがとう、葵君。最後の最後でとびきりの思い出ができた。
She smiles happily and then puts her bag on her shoulder. Amane, I withdraw my hand, which is held out. Can I walk you to the bus stop? Then after many years here, Amane left the garage. She had no more regrets. With that, our short summer together was over. Yet it's just a big series of scenery shots. Hello? Okay.
じゃじゃーん、見てよ、あまね。ほらこれ。これがグライダー？そうだよ、僕たちの翼さ。
She looks alright.
これで飛ぶのか。想像してごらん。自分たちの翼で自由に大空を飛ぶところ。具合が悪くなってきたぞ。私は高いところが苦手なんだ。あんたってほんとロマンのかけらもないよね。いい？大空といえばロマン、翼といえば自由。追いかけなきゃ夢を。人生長いようで短いよ。 追いかけるのは構わないが、私はずっと地面に足をつけていたいぞ。それにほらこれ、モーニンググローリー。
It's a photo Iska found in this old garage. There's a strangely shaped cloud in it. She looked at the photo with great fascination, as if she wished to fly through the sky without relying on the power of a glider. Just like in the picture above the clouds.
Amane と二人でこの雲の回廊を渡りたいんだ。
The picture was supposed to disappear, wasn't it?
きっと人生で一等輝くようなグレートな思い出になると思う。
I don't like heights. It's so scary my legs shake. Not to mention flying in the sky above the clouds and all, just imagining it makes me tremble. But why? I would see those sights with Iska. When I thought about it like that, it didn't seem so bad. No, I thought it might not actually be a bad idea.
でもこのグライダーずいぶん古そうじゃないか。こんなので飛べるのか？バカだなあ、アマネは。生き返らせるんじゃないか、僕らの手で。その方がきっとドラマチックだ。そういうものだろうか。
It seemed like such a difficult task to restore a glider that had been thrown out and abandoned. And more than that, as far as I have seen, there's no evidence of a phenomenon like the Morning Glory in Kazekage within the past 20 years. For the sake of argument, even if it flew, it won't be hard to imagine this phenomenon would happen for us this time.
心配いらないよ。僕が必ずここへ連れて行ってあげる。約束だ。
I was thinking I doubt she can do that, but at the same time I also thought, if Iska says she can do it, maybe it's possible. It could have been the first time since I was born that I thought like that. I was in denial because I approached it emotionally and not logically. From that day on, Iska and I aimed for the skies. With our wings, we would soar through the passage of clouds. The days I spent with Iska glittered with rainbow colors, and before I knew it, I was dazedly chasing dreams with her. But one day Iska was suddenly gone. Me and so many unfulfilled promises were left behind. The world around me lost all color and became a monotone once again. When I'd look out the window, I would see a sky so blue it hurt my eyes, and in it a cumulonimbus, I already forgot how to say that, cloud towering above everything else. Well, everything. One aspect of this season is the panoramic sky. It is magnificent in its scale, and it makes you feel it. And that I think of white wings riding the winds. Today there are thin scattered clouds. It just might be warm today. I want to fly, damn it. I am impatient and only able to lift my eyes up, overwhelmed by the size of the sky.
Aoi-kun!
It was Kotori who called me as I looked up to the sky from the window.
空なんか見上げてどうしたの？
I was thinking this is perfect soaring weather. She comes to my side and looks out from the window too.
いい天気ね。ちょっと暑そうだけど。
Well, don't say that. Restrictions on the air conditioner in the classroom were lifted the other day, and it is pleasantly cool. Looking up at the blue sky from the right place is as refreshing as it gets. But if I were to open the window, a hot breeze would surely waft its way in.
また夏が来ちゃったのね。
Looking out the window, Kotori mutters. Summer has come around again and I still can't fly.
ああ、いたいた。あんたたち何やってんの？
Okay, I came into the classroom. It was after school and there were only a few others sitting around aside from us.
今日行くんでしょ？あかりさんとこ。そうだった。それで葵くんを呼びに来たんだった。
Alright, you wanna get going?
却下です。どうして？部員数ちゃんと足りてるじゃないの。
顧問の先生がいなければ部活動と認めるわけにはいきません。
He groaned and glared at Akagi. So if there was a teacher who would stand in as our club supervisor, we could get back to our club activities?
それは確約できないわ。
Why not?
グライダーの運営には資格を持った指導者が必要なはずよ。けれどこの学校にそんな先生はいないはず。仮に我々生徒会があなたたちを部活動と承認しても、有資格者を抜きに先生方に認めてもらえるとは思えない。
She poked a sore spot. Until last year, Yamanobe-sensei, a glider amateur, worked here. The one who had a certification was Amane Mochizuki, and she was the one who was actually in charge. We don't say anything back and just keep our mouths shut.
じゃあ顧問の先生と有資格者がいれば問題ないってことね。
その条件をもしクリアできれば、我々生徒会はあなたたちを部活動として認めるべく学校側に対して後押ししましょう。
Even though we were the ones that caused all that trouble? Asked cautiously, and Akagi glared at me.
その問題についてはすでに処分を受けたはず。これ以上の懲罰的対応は理不尽だと考えます。
Akagi spoke in a decisive tone, then went out into the hallway.
さすがに手強いね、新生徒会長様は。行きましょう、作成会議よ。おかえりなさい先輩。おかえりなさい。ただいま。お邪魔します。
When we got back to the Flying Fish Manor, Aza and Yoru were there to meet us.
どうでしたか？ごめん、ダメだった。そうですか。やっぱ最低でも顧問になってくれる先生を見つけないとね。
In this route, we just skipped the whole Aza and Yoru coming here thing. That, yeah, because that happened after, like, the whole time, the first time we missed the Morning Glory. Because I remember they were watching us, but they weren't yet in the living here. So now they are living here all of a sudden. So I guess it's just we're just skipping over all that stuff.
物質どころか肝心のグライダーもない同好会がしばらく続くってわけね。
Everyone's shoulders stoop a bit when Yoru says that, and we haven't even seen the garage get ripped down. Does it not get ripped down this route, or did it just happen off screen too? She's right. Right now, we're not a soaring club; we're a soaring fan club. Without a place to actually do club activities or a glider, even, we're just a fan club meeting to talk about this and that. Why'd it gotten like this? The cause goes back to summer of last year with Amane, and we had our sights set on the Morning Glory. When summer ended, Amane retired from the club and stopped coming to school. But even so, we intended to continue our club activities. Next time, we'll fly to the Morning Glory. So we swore, and when we set out like it was our so when we set out like it would... So when we set out, it was like our departure. I was saying it right from the beginning. What am I falling over myself for? Our departure was crushed by that incident. Under the pretense that we had too few members in the club, Tobioka abolished the soaring club without warning and tried to demolish our garage. To stop him, we stood at the garage in protest. Since Tobioka was forcing his way ahead and we were rushed, we didn't have any other way to stop him. That said, we standing there had a very small chance of undermining the demolition. Even though we knew it was pointless, we bought ourselves time while we appealed to the school and were rejected time and time again. Anyway, the third day we stood at the garage. For some reason, demolition was halted and finally repealed. At first I thought it was a lie to get us to come out, but after that, the demolition never happened. The garage stands behind the school, deserted and vacant. People hear about the uproar we made, about how the out-of-control soaring club protested. The school board caught wind of what we'd done, about how we halted the tyranny of Tobioka. Blah blah blah, I'm not lying, but I'm not sure it's the whole truth either. Tobioka and his party cut down the opposition from the other teachers and tried to force the demolition. Not much is truer, so I hear. Regardless of the big problem that occurred, a number of teachers showed their sympathy. Kotoria, Gea, and I were handed suspensions as a punishment for the fuss we made. After that, without enough members, the Soaring Club was reduced to being a society. Also, the garage was declared off-limits and our glider was confiscated. Oh, so they didn't destroy it. I heard they were going to build a student dorm at the garage site, but a different place was secured and it is being used by this year's new students. This is why we had no place to do club activities and no glider. We were just a group of friends and not a club. Since then, the garage has been locked and our glider abandoned.
誰も使わないんだったら私らに使わせてくれたっていいじゃないの。そうもいかないんでしょ、先生たちとしては。あんな学生運動の真似事みたいなことして要求が通ったんじゃ後々困るってわけよ。
We had good times back then, didn't we? I remember deeply. Since then, a year had passed and we'd become third years. What can I say? I think we were young.
Amane先輩がいなくなったばかりで焦ってたんだよね。
Kotoria and I laughed spontaneously at what Agea muttered. We were aware Amane was going to retire, but before we knew it, she was gone. She left us before we could even process how we felt about having to deal with that demolition mess. What Agea said about us being impatient, it perfectly expresses how we felt then.
それが悪名高きガレージ占拠事件ってわけね。慶風学園の歴史に残る大事件ですよね。きっと後世に語り継がれていくんでしょうね。そこうるさいわよ。社会の理不尽に対し時として従順ではいられなかったってだけよ。
By the way, Oz and Yoru are still just first years, twin sisters who just came to this school this year. I also attended to the Flying Fish Manor and granddaughters of the school board's chairman yet, so we're just skipping right over that. But thinking about it that way, I can look them in the face after this stain we left on the school's history.
ねえ、あんたたちのおじいちゃん権限でなんとかならない？そういうこと言いますか？いや、冗談だから。冗談よね、小鳥。もちろんよ。嫌だな。
Those two recently joined our soaring society. In fact, I hear they were on the bank of the lake a year ago in the morning the morning glory appeared. From Mill Hill, they happened to witness the glider flying we didn't fly over the okay, well, something with passage of clouds. That was how they got interested in gliders, but when they enrolled in the school, the soaring club had been abolished and the garage sealed. They recently moved into the Flying Fish Manor and met us, which is how they came to know about the soaring club. Thanks to them, we met the regulation club size again, and so today we went to see Akari so we could appeal to return to our club activities, but we were rejected and dragged ourselves here in low spirits.
なんとかして部活に復帰しないと。ガレージもグライダーも取り戻せない。
That's true. The conditions for us to get back our garage and the glider stored inside were that we return to our club activities. This included the winch installed in the runway. All that was considered equipment of the soaring club that we, the fan club, were forbidden to use. On the other hand, if we can just get our activities organized, we can get it all back.
でもさ、新生徒会長があかりさんでよかったよね。
Really, it was quite a sight when last month's election Akari was elected student council president.
どこがよ。言いくるめも泣き落としもきっと裏取引だって通用しない堅物よ。どこから攻略したらいいのか。
Yeah, it's almost like she's a student council president. That's exactly why, because she's fair. If we're in the right, then she'll be on our side.
そうそう。普通の生徒会長だったら飛岡先生に睨まれた時点でアウトだったわ。
By not refusing us outright, Akari left us a path to tread, despite the fact that we caused all that trouble at the garage. If it had been last year's student council president, we'd have been told sorry, the teacher's word is final, but that would have been the end of it. But anyway, it doesn't matter at all. And that idiot Masatsuku, just for running, he got the sympathy vote and was elected secretary. I've known the guy since we were children, and wondering if we're okay with him leaves me with extreme anxiety.
まあいいわ。部活として認めさせるためにやるべきことははっきりしてる。
We just need a supervisor and a certified mentor.
ちょっと難しいけど探してみましょう。朝たちも頼んだわよ。はい。
Seeing the path we needed to tread raised our spirits.
それじゃあ今日の部活を始めましょうか。
Wait, is Yoga a part of the club in this one? She seemed pretty eager to help right there.
これはウィングレットというんですか。ただかっこいいからついてる飾りだと思っていました。
As I said that as she looked at the diagram spread out on the table.
グライダーを構成するすべてのパーツには意味があるわ。無用なものを乗せて飛べるような余裕はないからね。
へえ。
Amane devoted years to drawing that diagram and left it behind for us. There's one thing we can do without a glider. There's one thing we can do without a glider or place to do our club activities, and that is understanding this diagram and carefully simulating the glider's build. If we were to really try and make one of these, what sort of process would be required, what materials would we need, what problems might arise? How can we reduce the time required for construction? How can the problems be solved? To understand the glider, it was useful to study the diagram and understand the function of each part.
先輩たちすごいです。私も頑張らないと。
この1年他にやることなかったからね。
We've done pretty much only this, working tirelessly the whole time. Deepening our knowledge this year has made these giant wings that soar through the sky feel much closer to us. Though we once had to rely heavily on Amane, I now think we needed to learn more in order to be independent.
同好会に格下げされてなきゃ多分ここまではやってなかったよね。
Yeah, right, when I think about it that way, this isn't really a detour, is it?
ええ。すべてが私たちの夢につながってるってわけよ。ね、小鳥。
She nods deeply.
いつかこのグライダーを私たちの手で作りましょう。それで飛ばすのよ。この大空に。
Everyone nodded at her words. No one here doubted that dream.
ねえ、今週末行くよね。
Yeah, we already agreed to.
どこ行くんですか？
滑空場よ。葵くんの腕がなまらないように訓練飛行しに行くの。
グライダーで飛ぶんですね。
そうよ。あんたたちも来る？
行きます行きます。ね、ヨルちゃん。
気が向いたらね。
From here, if you ride the train for about 2 hours, there's a gliding range. You can practice flying glider there if you pay for it. What I'm hiding is that I've been going there all year getting practice in. And the other day I got qualified, every pilot's dream.
じゃあ決まりね。今度の日曜日はみんなで滑空場へ行きましょう。
At any rate, since it costs money, now that I am qualified, I haven't been going as much. Can't do anything with our club, so going to the gliding range has been the only fun we've had. The following week, we searched the school for a teacher who would become our supervisor.
すまんな。お前たちの気持ちはわかるんだが、俺も演劇部の顧問やってるから。
先生が演劇なんて似合わない。そうだそうだ。
うるさいよ。俺は今でこそ慶風学園で教師やってるが、本当は芸術家志望だったんだ。芸術はいいぞ。お前らもグライダーなんかやめて演劇部に入れ。
嫌です。お断りです。
先生ちょっと傷ついたぞ。
The teacher we'd hurt laughed, our shoulders slumped. What's more is that they're my homeroom teacher.
やっぱダメか。
It's not going well at all. Making the rounds, talking to all the teachers who seem like they might help us out is getting us nowhere. Azaniru looked around for a supervisor before they joined the club too. At the time, there was no teacher on the staff who could take our supervisor's place, and our chances were slim.
あいつが裏から圧力をかけているんだわ。
Kodori snorts, her face full of anger.
でしょうね。断る時の先生らの困った顔ったらないもの。
Maybe we can call in someone certified from outside the school.
それも顧問が見つかったらの話ね。
Yesterday, when we went to the gliding range, I checked with the soaring group that was there, and some of them had some interest. Glider would cost money, so we would be limited by places we can have club activities, and the average age of the people at the gliding range is frightfully high. If someone young could instruct us, there were plenty of people willing to pitch in and help. Incidentally, young girls who participate proactively are rare too.
とはいえ、片道何時間もかけて来てもらうとなると結構大変だし。
Yeah, you're right. But it was still better than aiming at nothing. While we were saying these things and walking in the hallway.
お前らまだ諦めてなかったのか。
トビオか。先生。
Miguel immediately corrects Kodori, adding the teacher's title. As if he had been waiting for us, Tobioka stepped into our path.
先生方に無理なお願いをして回っているらしいな。
別に無理なお願いじゃありません。
もうそろそろ諦めたらどうだ。お前らのような札付きの不良生徒に協力してくれるような先生はいないぞ。
Tobioka speaks triumphantly. He brings that up at every opportunity, like he holds a grudge against us for holding the demolition of the garage.
せいぜい頑張ることだな。
言われなくてもそうするわ。
Unamused, Tobioka looked right into Kodori's face and snorted. And he starts walking. When he passed us, he said,
まあもう無駄な努力なんだがな。
He whispered to himself just loudly enough to be heard and then disappeared on the other side of the hallway.
何あれ。
I don't pay any attention to him, he's just trying to upset us.
でもなんだろう、無駄な努力って。また適当なこと言って私らにプレッシャーかけたいんでしょ。そうはいきますかっての。さあ帰りましょう。
Drink. But it was no mere threat. A few days
という
later.
わけなんだ。
Is that for real?
ああ、マジらしい。
葵くん。
Yeah. The information Masatsugu brought was shocking. Among the teachers, there is movement once again to demolish the garage. I heard that they had been discussing about what to do with that abandoned garage that no one is using. Seems that this time it was not Tobioka who suggested it, but of course he is helping the plan move along.
グライダーはどうなっちゃうの。ガレージがなくなったら置き場所がなくなっちゃう。
Why would they destroy it? They said that they already had another place for the dorm, and didn't they already build it? Or are they building it right now? Or are they gonna like throw that away and just destroy this and then put it there anyway?
それもなんか言ってたな。確か市の博物館に寄贈するとかなんとか。
人のもの勝手にあげちゃわないでよ。
俺に言うなよ。
The Soaring Club threw that glider 27 years ago and photographed the Morning Glory. They made that glider themselves. That's why I wouldn't be wrong to say it belongs to the Soaring Club, even though it was actually an abandoned glider restored, resurrected even by Amane and them. Now the main wings and such were all things that we rebuilt. Most of that expense were paid for by Amane herself.
自作のグライダーってのが珍しいってんで博物館の方が欲しがったらしいぞ。
That's not something to decorate a museum with. It still flies. It's still in use.
怖い顔すんなよ。そう言うだろうと思ったからわざわざ教えに来てやったんじゃねえか。
Sorry. Masatsugu, through his work with the student council, happened to hear these things. Then he came running to tell us.
俺から聞いたって誰にも言うなよ。あかりさんに嫌われるのだけは勘弁だからな。
Sure, we understand. Thanks, Mabo.
まあ腐れ縁だからな。後でブーブー文句言われんのもめんどくせえし。
どうしよう、葵くん。
The gears in my head started turning as I pondered about what to do next. First thing that came to mind was to go to the garage and stand in protest, the same as last time. While I considered that, I looked at Kotori. If we do the same thing again, our punishment will be worse than last time. I can handle it, but how about her? Last year when we were suspended from school and the situation became a situation, they called our guardians. Me and Agea got a really harsh lecture, but it was just about the mess we had caused and they understood how we felt. But at Kotori's house it was different. Her parents were shocked the precious little girl they had raised would do such a thing. Kotori won't say anything, but I heard from Hibari that they nearly withdrew Kotori from the school. Kotori was really anxious about worrying her parents. At the very least, we have to get our glider back.
あの機体は私たちが天音ちゃんと一緒に飛んだ大切なグライダーなんだもの。
Dark expression settled over us as we brooded over these thoughts, and from the hallway resounded the heavy thuds of footsteps. Was that a footstep noise? That sounded like someone knocking. Now it sounded mostly the same, just like deeper pitch this time. They continued until there was a sudden and fierce knock at the door. Without pausing for a reply, the door opened. Agea changed her expression and plunged into the room. Yeah, the garage we just heard.
は？何それ？
It's not about that. We just heard from Mabo.
そんなのあとあと。
Agea said, interrupting me.
天音先輩が帰ってくるって。
What do you mean?
特別授業の講師として慶風学園に来るらしいよ。
Sure enough, like a bolt of lightning from a clear blue sky, that was big news.
「それって新型風車建造プロジェクトに慶風学園の学生が参加するっていうあれじゃないかしら。
Yep, now we're going through all this stuff. After dinner, everybody gathered in the dining room of the dormitory, and they had an emergency sewing club meeting. The main subjects were the breaking down of the garage, which Matsugu heard about, and the rumor that Amane was coming back, which Gei had heard about. Starting a new windmill
風車
project?
の他に新しいデザインの風車を建てるの。そんなの作るんだ。そのプロジェクトに特別実習って形でうちの学生も参加させようって話よ。その実習の講師を天音ちゃんがやるの？どうもそうらしいわね。なんでヨルちゃんそんなことまで知ってるの？そのプロジェクトにお金出してるのうちの祖父だから。学校のいい宣伝になるしね。私も実習に参加しろって言われたけど興味ないから断ったわ。全然知らなかった。なんで天音ちゃんなの？さあそこまでは。けどどうやら本当みたいね。
Kotori, Gei, and I looked at each other. Amane is coming back, that's what we were thinking.
ねえ天音ちゃんに頼めないかな顧問の話。だって講師ってことは先生じゃない？天音ちゃんなら必要な資格も全部持ってる。
Kotori and Agea nodded at one another and begged me to agree. I think it's a good idea, but I'm not so sure things will go over so easily.
行くわ。だってあの天音ちゃんが嫌って言うはずないもの。あのガレージを何年間も一人で守り続けた人だもんね。そうなると万事解決ですね。
The sewing club comes back again, we can get the garage and glider back. Everything will be
頼ん
back.
でみる価値はあるよね。
Everybody nodded in agreement with Agea. I went back to my room after a bath and sat on the bed. Amane is coming back unexpectedly to Kazagawa. It's abrupt and unexpected, just like her personality. I'll be able to see her again. I like you, Amane. I just wanted you to know how I feel. The love I had that time still remains in my heart. The person I love, but we haven't spoken since then. Kotori has been sending us mail about the latest news, but we haven't done much, so there's been less and less mail. Amane doesn't send us mail often. She's a busy person, so she doesn't have time to take care of us. And now I'll leave the stuff behind that I can't take with me because I don't need most of it, she said as she left most of the things in the garage. There were designs for a new glider, which she had been working on for a long time, and the picture of the morning glory. She left her memories. Like she doesn't need them anymore. And most of them are still in the garage. They're sealed so that nobody could touch them again. Cody said if we ask Amane to be our supervisor, she'll do it for sure, but I wonder if that's true. She might have changed. I grabbed the picture frame from the desk. It's a picture we took together after she came back from the last flight. There she is in a group of happily smiling people, the only one smiling awkwardly. Maybe she's just no good at smiling, or maybe there was a reason that she couldn't smile from the heart. I laid down on the bed and looked at the ceiling. I felt a pain in my chest, he says out loud. I wonder if these feelings are different from sadness or pain. Could they come from special feelings for her? Amane is coming back. Ever since I heard the news, my heart has been pounding, although I have been trying to be calm. Alright, well, I'm gonna end it there, because my headset's annoying me. So, thank you for watching, and goodbye.